from the lighter side of pest control. This is the Tales from the Crawl Space podcast with your hosts, Jack and Brad. This is the Tales from the Crawl Space Your First Kill episode. What's this weird red dot on my head?
Good day, cheese bags and boys and girls everywhere. Brad here from Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group. And the guy wiping the little bits of brain off his face over there is none other than the one and only Jack Starry. Jack, how you doing tonight?
Hey there, hi there, ho there. I'm doing actually pretty good after I just got over a case of food poisoning from a few days ago, man. I had it coming out both ends for a while. It was miserable.
Oh, man, he's a human pinwheel. Just lay him on his side and just... That's right. Just staying back a little distance when you do that. But,
get a little bit of the overspray on you.
Yeah, that's a hell of an intro. I'll tell you what, man. It's like that gunshot. It left me shaking, but not stirred. And so anyway, but we're ready for a great show. It's not just an episode, Jack. Tonight is a major industry event. We have two powerhouse sponsors with us tonight, and we'll get to them later on in the show. And we're in collaboration with them. So we're talking about the first kill. You got your license to do it, so you got right into doing the killing. And so very few people ever forget their first juicy kill. So
and this ain't no video game. This is real life.
This ain't no video game. That's right. Cosplay be damn, man. We're talking actual blood and gore and everything. When you're standing in front of a customer and you got a handful of your krill's goo, then you know what it means. So, yeah.
Well, a handful of goo kind of leaves me confused about what I was doing prior.
Okay, well, if it ended up in your hand, you were doing it wrong.
I was just doing it by myself. That's what I was doing.
Oh, that's what you meant earlier. Okay.
Sometimes you got to clean out the pipes.
And then tell me you're cleaning them out on your own.
Well, it's a DIY project, man.
Oh, my God. We are not a happy people, are we? All right.
Holy
as
shit.
Always, as has been the case for several months, not only are we Tales from the Crawl Space, we are TFTC live. And we're live right now. So let's get it on. Let's have some chats here. So and I actually do have the live stream chat window up this time, so I'm not going to run around looking like a dumbass looking for it. So it's a little quiet here. Be the first to say hello to us.
Well, I'm actually got to get online and post it on the depot that we're live.
Oh, that explains why nobody's here. So.
Well, no, there's two people here, damn it, so far.
There is? Well,
yes, we are.
They're being off. Maybe they're talking amongst themselves. They're like, what are these dumb fucks going to do this time?
Talk amongst yourselves.
I give you a topic.
The internal combustion engine was neither internal or combustible. Discuss. All right, I'm going to put that shit on the depot. What you got for him? I know you had a very, very successful post where we had to fool them again. We didn't mention it was for the podcast. You just threw it up there to see what people had to say.
Well, it wasn't originally for the podcast, but I thought, damn, this has got such a good response. We need to air this. We need to air these undies out there, Jack. So. Because it's summertime and we got to get our undies aired out. So thank you very much for everybody that's contributed to that particular post regarding, and of course I fucking lost it here. So now I got to fucking find it again. But anyway, as I'm doing that and acting like a complete dipshit, just I do want to thank you very much and for that. And while I'm doing that, Jack, do you have a little announcement regarding a friend of yours?
I most certainly do. My office manager, Cheles, who was on our show a little while back, love that woman to death. She is so fucking awesome. Her daughter, September, is actually in a contest. And I'm going to put a link in the description of the show this evening. She has a deep-seated passion. It says, you decide who wins the sinister $13,000 and meets Jamie Lee Curtis, Matthew Lillard, and Kane Hodder, which is the guy that played Jason. Kane Hodder, that's the actor that played Jason.
Matthew Lillard was the guy that played Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movie, wasn't he?
Zoinks!
Zoinks! Zoinks, Scoob!
Shaggy the Baggy to give Scooby a doobie. But
we all know what was going on there in the Pussy Mobile. Oh wait,
I'm going to post a link on the description of the show this evening where you can click it to go vote. So do me a favor, help the girl out. It's Shelly's daughter, and you know how fucking awesome Shelly is. So get on there and give her a vote if you don't mind. And look, we got some people here already.
Boop.
Way to work.
The pain is talking the first minute of the show. You're damn right.
I didn't even say painless yet, but now I said it a couple times. Painless.
That's right. We waste no time here on the episode. You know, we got to keep your interest up. You know. Oh man, and back to the article, or back to the post that I posted on PCHD, my favorite group, regarding tonight's topic. We got the usual stuff. I was in the jungle of Vietnam, I guess. Yes, deep in the patties of I was deployed.
Who's Patty?
I was deployed to Tampon.
God, so you were deep in Patty and in a Tampon. Ew.
That's right. You were deployed to a small village, the small village of Tampon.
That's fucked up.
and then we, of course, then we get the other ones. Not today, FBI. So it's like. Yeah, because we're just so fucking affiliated with government law enforcement.
Oh, yes,
but that's okay.
Sure.
You know what? It better safe than sorry. So if you don't got a story and you just rather do something with a rapier or wit like that, hey, we're all down to clown with it. We love it. So very good. So I'm gonna go through some of those real quick. Some of the ones that weren't actually work related that I thought were actually pretty funny. We've got one that says, when I was 14, I heard my stepdad yelling at my mom in the other room. Wait, wrong forum.
There's therapy for that, dude. There
totally is. But I'm telling you, it's like, oh man. Yeah, nice try, FBI. There's a man in Reno, and I'm sure he did that just to watch him die.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. At least
so now whenever he hears that train coming, he hangs his head and cries.
I hear that train coming. It's coming around the bend. Yeah. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
And then we got another post which actually is going to dig at a little bit something different that I've been thinking about as well. And hopefully we have some members of the Mod Squad listening. He goes, Zuckerberg enters the chat. Didn't think we were supposed to use the K word. Well, apparently the K word can be used. Because there are certain entities that have been using it for a while, and we're figuring what the fuck. And but yeah, the L word can be used as well. Yes, that's right, licensed. Okay. We're gonna look into kind of loosening that up a little bit. Hopefully, of course, when I get off the show and I look in the Mod Squad chat room, everyone's like, Brad, what the fuck are you talking about? We never discussed this. Here we are.
I thought you were going to say labia for the L word.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah. Nope, not this time.
From penis to labia. I mean, that's two great tastes that taste great together.
Ain't that the truth? And I'm telling you what, man, some of the pictures in here gotta go to the topic or the post there in PCHD. Some of them, it's horrid. The horror is yeah, it's
the humanity.
Yeah, I am telling you what. So we got a lot of really good first kills. I'm going to go ahead and mention Issa Tater. He goes, he caught his first pack rat. He ever brained it about 6 years ago. The dude kept its tail, and he made a little good luck charm out of it. It looks like kind of like a dream catcher. It didn't catch no dreams for that pack rat. He's got it hanging in on the dash of his thing. Right next to his sister's panties, and but yeah, so it's pretty cool looking. So check out Issa Tater on that one. And
this is sister's panties.
Disgusting. I was just making sure you were listening, Jack. And we've got a couple other off pest control topics. We've got one. We've got one that says my first doe with my 12 gauge because I lived in Indiana. So There,
well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
He goes, being from Florida, I never really seen deer until I met a girl from Indiana, and she brought me up here. Yeah, that's because all the alligators ate the deer down there in Florida. And but
you
speaking of Indiana,
corn-fed deer in Indiana.
Oh yeah. And speaking of Indiana, I want to make a little bit of a comment. The one and only Slim Reaper. You know him, you love him. He's been on the show. Kevin Wilhite is expanding his operations into the Hoosier State.
Oh.
I had noticed that he had applied for his pesticide business license through the Indiana Office of the State Chemist. So come cheese stock, I told him on October 18th he needs to report here to Indianapolis to be, if he's going to be a Hoosier, he needs to be assigned his gun and his breaded tenderloin sandwich. So welcome to Indiana, Kev.
I would think I've been there enough to get one of those sandwiches. Why have I been denied a sandwich?
Because because your mouth is always full of fucking prime rib when you're here. That's why.
I fail to see a problem with that.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't see a problem as well. But anyway, but you, that's why you haven't gotten one. There ain't been any fucking room. Your mouth is full of delicious seasoned beef from Bynum Steakhouse on South Meridian Street. And Bynum's, that's right. That's right. The place that you can hear the arteries slam shut in the dining room. Just man, it's awesome. And so let's talk about these first kills here. We've got Aiden, who said he's got 2 juvenile mice and a glue board. Outstanding. We've got Chandler, and it's like, could his name be more? A friend's reference. But Roof Rat jumped out of a bait station and ran up the customer's leg as he kicked it off, and I grabbed a broken 2x4 and bashed its head in one hit.
Oh, wow.
On the run. Yes, that's what we were looking for. He screamed like a girl, and I laughed. He was just telling me a story about when he was in Vietnam and how he was a badass. I'm not gonna fault the guy for screaming. Especially a non-vet, because no fucking way. No.
Oh, hey, look who showed up to the show, Miss Candace.
It's Candace with a K and a Y.
And then we also have Pester.
How you doing, darling?
We have both the ladies on here today.
That's right. Yeah, they're coming here snooping around looking for ideas for their show.
Well, while you're looking, I remember my first big rat kill. Mm-hmm. I was right off New York Avenue, where DC takes all their trash to the central location to haul it out of town to incinerate it. And for some reason, some dumbass decided to put rodent bait stations in a big trash heap, which is like, shoveling shit against the tide. Mm. But I opened the one, it was the big LP stations, the low profile stations. Opened the LP station, and this big fucking rat jumps out. He's got boils on him and half his fur's missing and everything. So I just had to waffle stomp his ass.
Seasoning. Waffle stomped him, huh?
Straight on top of his head. His head popped like a grape. Pop.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, my gosh.
So I was sitting there scraping my boot off in the trash. Just,
Oh, man.
That's not as good as the mouse exploding. I had a mouse on a glue board that wasn't dead. Uh-huh. So I kind of folded it up lengthwise to envelop him in it and smacked it against the brick wall. Uh-huh. He kind of popped open when I did that. It was kind of boring.
Man. I don't remember who I was telling this story to, but I was talking about the first time I killed one down. Oh, damn. Is the gauntlet being thrown down here?
I think it is.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, okay, I guess it's on. I've been waiting for this moment for months.
We have to call the Battle of the Boobies. Our middies versus their boobies.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was telling this to, but I was talking about the time I killed an Oriental roach with my foot, and I splattered it, and juice kind of shot out the sides of my shoe. And I looked down, and I looked at the customer, and I said, "That's a female." He goes, "How'd you tell?" I said, "It squirted."
It's a squirter.
It's a squirter.
We love you too, Candace.
Nice try, Candace, but it's too late. Too little, too late. No, I'm just messing with you. We love you guys too. Or you gals. Insert pronoun here. But okay, I've got one here from Ben. So I lived near a heavily wooded equestrian area when I started in the industry, 2004, 2006. Started with a blowgun, which is a blast, by the way, and upgraded to a 1022 with subsonic ammo. My landlord fed the neighborhood cats along with the raccoons. I killed 14 raccoons from my window. You sniper, you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's right. That's
fun.
how it's done. The final one was the Mac Daddy. I knew I was hunting it. It knew I was hunting it. I had to set up a noise trap to wake me up. This thing. This thing was trigger shy. The minute I drew my crosshair on it, it moved. I had to ninja crawl down my hallway with a loaded gun. Took me 5 minutes to slowly open the living room window, right above the second cat dish. The second I placed my crosshair on him, he looked up and I got a perfect eyebrow shot. It was messy, but that was the last of them. This guy was 40 plus pounds.
Damn.
Wow.
That was a chonker.
That was a chonker, man. That was out fucking standing. Good Lord. Yeah, I got a picture here of a pigeon, and it says eyeball shot in somebody's attic, and it is absolutely, it is Mo Green eyeball shot right there.
Oh.
You know, remember that? The massage table, he looks up. Toosh. Yeah.
I'm thinking more like Saving Private Ryan where Barry Pepper shot that guy right through his scope into his eyeball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Barry Pepper was a fucking badass in that movie, man.
Yeah.
He was just cool and collected, quoting the Bible. God, my strength and my salvation. Pew! It's like,
Pop that dude right through his scope.
Yeah, knocking down Nazis and not getting their scalps neither. Oh, wrong movie. I want my scalps.
That was a good one, too. That was a good movie, too.
That was Inglourious Basterds.
Yes. Yep. The Basterds.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we got Brian who says he managed to get a roof rat and a rat trap, gauntlet style setup with glue and snaps. First time going after roof rats, and the bastard ended up getting hit by one trap and then made a U-turn to get clobbered by the other. I love it when that happens. I love coming into some place I look and I see like a trap on its nose, a trap on its guts, and one on its nuts. It's like, God, that was not that fucker's day, man.
He ain't going nowheres.
Ain't no shit. Okay, the official pervert of PCHD, Tom, JB.
I thought that was my job.
No, TJB smokes your ass, and you know it. Eastern gray squirrel. I'd gone to a 3-treatment house for a hornet nest call. Climbed all those stairs to the vacant third-floor apartment. Nest was dead from prior season, but there was this squirrel. The elderly client was right behind me. She lost her mind over the squirrel, screaming, "Kill it! Kill it!" No way she was going to take no for an answer. It was clear. Fucking phone. It was clear it had come in through a window left open for ventilation. The screen was pushed open at an angle. I tried opening all the windows and just chasing it out. Squirrel wasn't having it. It became territorially aggressive like it was a West Virginia hillbilly defending his patch of wilderness. Get off of my land. Started jumping at me. I finally took the window screen and my 4-cell mag light in my 2 hands, like a gladiator with a shield and a sword, cornered this thing and beat it to a pulp. This was my second week in the pest control business. Over 40 years ago, I can still see the entire scene like a photograph in the wall of my mind.
You never forget it.
You never fucking forget. You don't forget how the story starts, how the what happened in the story. You remember the fucking sound it made. You remember the feel of the skull crushing as that vibration travels through whatever the fuck it is you're beating it with.
That
you remember
everything feeling.
Exactly. You remember the sound of those guts shooting out the side once the skin ruptures. Oh, you remember the whole fucking thing, man. Yeah. And to be honest with you, Jack, it's good you do, because that gives you a certain amount of respect for not only what you do, but what that poor little creature had to fucking endure at your hands.
Well, that's true.
It's true. Like when you start enjoying shit like that, that's the time you need to reevaluate your thing. Maybe you need to work at the license branch, or I don't know, McDonald's or something, because that's the type of people that they like.
So you just go hang out by the dumpsters and do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, because everybody at McDonald's got that 1,000-yard stare. Is this for here to go?
You want fries with that?
Is this for here to go?
You want fries with that?
Cheese on that?
You want to supersize it?
It'll be $12.86. No, my hand's not shaking. What are you talking about?
I'm not shaking. You're shaking.
That's right. The whole world's fucking shaking. Yeah, we got another guy, Lawrence. I remember my first bad kill. As though 35 years ago was yesterday. We got some old farts in this group, man. We were waiting for the results of our branch 2-3 test results. Both took a full 8 hours to complete. And a call came in from a computer tech company for ants. All the techs were busy, so as a trainee who took the easy tech test, I was sent out to an extra truck to do the job. There was a power rig, but it was broken. There was no B&G, just a can of Dursband PT230.
Oh, God.
No shit, man. It was $2.70 by the time I started in the business.
Dude bought a bazooka to a spitball fight.
Yeah. All I did was use the entire can to spray around the structure on the exterior. Embarrassed, I vowed never to be caught without the right tools again. You know what? Right, and Lawrence, thank you for your story. And it's not all 4-legged shit and bashing their brains and gut. Their squirts, juice is squirting out and everything. It's stuff like this too. Your first kill, it could have been a bug, it could have been a bunch of bugs, it could have been ants, it could have been anything like that. But it's always something you remember. I've got my first kill, and I got my first beat down kill, that I remember. Yeah. My first kill was my first day when I was in the Section 8 housing, and my boss, Randy, puts a can of 270 Dursband in my hand with a straw in it. Says, stick it between those two cabinets. I stick it between those two cabinets. Roaches just come cascading down all on my arm. They're getting up in my shirt and everything.
Oh, yummy.
I'm wiping them off and everything. But I'm going to town, I'm just like, all right, yeah. I'm dying inside, right? Because I've never been through anything like this before. I'm just like, but I'm not gonna freaking fold in front of this dude, because he's my brother-in-law's, my sister-in-law's husband's half brother, so we're kind of related. And so I was like, I'm not gonna fucking puss out in front of this guy. And so we got the job done. We're driving back. He goes, "What'd you think of that?" I was like, "It's all right." And he goes, if you can do that, you can do damn near anything in this job. I mean, that's about as weirded out as it gets. But he was wrong as fuck. Yeah, I come to find out. There's a lot of more weirder shit than there is than fucking dealing with roaches crawling down here.
You're just trying to make you feel better about it.
Oh, he was, yeah. No, he's not the kind of guy that wants anybody to feel good about anything. But that's neither here nor there. But Lawrence has got a good point about having the proper tools, and to have them at your disposal, to have them ready, to have them easy, and to actually have them work, Jack. And I think that's a great. Idea. Not just in the insect control, using the right chemicals and stuff, but actually having the right tools, getting those bait stations open and stuff. And I think Pest Tech USA has gone to something here, Jack. They've got a really great tool here. Jameson Gatewood at Pest Tech USA came up with this, and it's outstanding. It is this one in particular is a 4-in-1. Plastic. It's plastic, 3D printed. Multi-key for whatever keys, whatever stations you may run into. Like this one in particular has got it all. It's got the RBS Easy Clean. This is actually a new design and a new material for the Easy Clean. It's going to hold up a lot better and get the job done. And we have also got the one the Terminix one that looks like a little baby peen that opens up the Aegis stations, which I'm not a fan of. Aegis stations, those little keyholes, they fucking fill up with water and then they freeze and then you can't get them open. So now my favorite one of all time is, of course, the second favorite is the Bell RTU key. Now he's also worked on this one a little bit too. He's made it a little bit chunkier, so it's going to hold up as well. And the shaft here, instead of it curving in, so where you have to go in and do this, it doesn't. You don't have to do a whole lot of bending to get that thing open. It's so thick, like it comes in, and those tines already start pulling out, just like Jack's penis. That's just right. Like my penis. And then when these things retract, you put them out, when they snap. He's got a really good snap to that. I don't know if you can hear it on the thing. But yeah, good snap on that, and it holds in place, so it's not going to get all wonky and wobbly on you as you're trying to use it. And of course, they can personalize them. This is I don't know if this is going to show up backwards on the video. But,
no, it shows up just fine.
It shows up just fine. Okay, so we got PCHD and TFTC. This is custom. This is customized shit. I was like, I wanted to go all out on this. But my favorite key of all time, and will probably will be for some time, is the Ruffles potato chip key. That's going to open up your Evo station.
Because Ruffles has ridges.
Exactly. This is the Evo key, and this one right here is the Mac Daddy right here, because you just jam it in, and that son of a bitch opens.
Now, look who showed up! Mr. Powerhouse showed up.
Powerhouse, how you going, you Canadian badass, you? But anyway, so the multi key is great. It comes with a key ring, so you can put it on one of those things. You know, people are saying, well, it's plastic. Well, of course it's fucking plastic, and cars are metal. What's your point? You know, it gets the job done. And it doesn't in a way. This is good. This is actually good for you know, new customer generating, because if you walk across a station that's not yours and they got to use something else, you can open up, look like a fucking cesspool toilet shithole it is inside, and point that out to their customer and say, you know what, we can do a better job for you.
Well, all but one bait station key is plastic, anyways, from the manufacturers. All but one. All but one,
and which one is that?
That would be the RTU keys, or the metal things, the pot metal things that you get taped to the top of the RTU in the box of 8 or 12 of them.
Jack,
those are metal.
They've been gone for about 2 years.
What?
You heard me. They're fucking gone. They're gone. Chlordane is gone. Elvis is dead, and they're making RTU keys out of plastic now.
What the fuck?
Every now and again, you will get a benevolent person at Bell, and they will throw a metal key in there, but it's becoming unicorns lately. But yeah, it's you know. But anyway,
well, Brad, okay. I'd like to get him on the show. I'd like to get an episode with him on the show if we could.
Absolutely, yeah, he's kind of used to that. I mean, yeah, he's been on the girls' show too, Pestrogen.
Oh, yeah, okay,
yeah, he has. So yeah, we'll drag him in here. I'm sure he'll be happy to chat with us. He's got a couple of other things too. I think he's probably got a couple of, you know, maybe we can, you know, kind of pump him see what kind of new ideas he has down the pipe that he hasn't brought out yet. Maybe we can get some information out of him. But Pest Tech USA, Jameson, Gatewood, thank you very much. I've used this out in the field, and it works really well. I haven't used the new design and new material of the Easy Clean, but I intend on doing so as soon as I can. So thank you once again. Give it a try, folks. You can find him at pesttechusa.com. Check him out.
Nice. Very nice. What you drinking?
What am I drinking? Oh, we'll get to that in a second. I'm drinking booze.
Fair enough. Oh, while you're looking, I got one from Scotty Grill.
Oh, okay. Bring it.
Scotty Grill's first kill. He goes, now I've been doing this shit for over 40 years. Can't recall my first rodent kill using a trap, but I sure do recall my first time in hand-to-hand combat. I was standing there in the middle of some old lady's kitchen, watching this friggin' rat who was watching me just as hard. He was trying to find cover behind the legs of a kitchen table and chairs. The old lady's crying, and her old husband's yelling at me, "Get him! Get him!" And I'm standing there like an idiot, armed with nothing but a glue board. Then the rat made his move. Little fucker went running straight past me and dodged behind one of those chest freezers that you found in old people's kitchens. Yeah. I jumped, might have screamed, might have pissed myself a little. The old man yelled at me again, "You missed your chance." Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I peeked over the top of the freezer, and there he was. I guess primal instinct took over, and I grabbed a broom, turned it upside down, and started slamming that handle behind the freezer like I was churning butter. Well, son of a bitch, I got him. I gave him a couple extra churns with that broom, handed the broom to the old man, and walked out of there with my prize in a brown paper bag. Not gonna lie, I was shaking like a leaf.
Oh, man. Yeah, Jesus, that's awesome.
Damn.
Man, I've got one from Candace Nordquist, the beautiful and talented lady of Pestrogen.
The lovely and talented Candace Nordquist.
One of the beautiful and talented halves of Pestrogen. She goes, my first kill was stolen from me by Brandon.
Oh.
Okay. The first days into the field, I opened up a station to a live Norway. I closed it slowly and pulled my knife. She was feeling stabby. I yelled for Brandon so he could be there for the inevitable of it running away. Told him it was in there. He pulled his knife, opened it up, and stuck it in the brainstem. He stole it from me. Ah,
Oh,
Brandon.
look who showed up.
How could you? McFilippy. Mario, how you doing, my man?
Our good friend from last week's show, Mario Filippi.
Exactly. Yeah. I got Brett. My most memorable kill would have been the first time a rat jumped out of an exterior bait box at me, and I reflexively kicked him against the wall, breaking his back. Ooh.
Yeah, it's almost like a waffle stomp.
Yeah, pretty much. As he was crawling away on his front paws, I casually walked up behind him, and with a swiftness, unbeknownst to mankind, since my right foot came down, thus ending the strife and woes of a well-known pizza chain. That's my De Niro face.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you. You're watching me.
You talking to me? You talking to me? You're talking to me? Okay, I'm not going to. Well, I can give a description, but you got to check this picture out on Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group. Shane goes, not my first good kill, but my favorite. This is the back of a national corner store pharmacy chain we're all familiar with, overrun with roof rats as well as some Norway activity. I had just put my ladder away when I went back to set traps on the shelves and walked back to the room to this. I'm referring to the picture. This picture is amazing. Wound up catching 200 plus in 30
God
days.
damn.
The carnage in this picture is glorious. It is. Oh, man. Shane, you magnificent bastard. Thank you for that.
I found those drugstores, they have an unusually high rodent activity, in my experience, because some of that stuff, they stack on the floor or at floor level.
Uh-huh.
When they shouldn't be. They should be putting some of that shit higher up. But a lot of that stuff stacked floor level, and they'll leave the truck door open for ungodly amounts of time.
Yeah.
And I have noticed that some of those corner store drugstores do have a lot of rodent issues.
They do. And you see, there's harborages galore. You've seen them. It's the dollar fill in the blank stores, the drug stores, places like that. At truck day, you're going to get inventory whether you need it or not, and then the next thing you know, you've got the fucking high boys in the middle of the aisles. You've got the fucking stock room stacked so high, and then they get shitty because they look at their report. You've not scanned the barcodes on traps that you haven't seen since, I don't know, since the Ford administration, and you just can't get at them. So
it's like a slide puzzle. It's like a slide puzzle with the U-boats with all the boxes on them, trying to slide to get to this one, then move all of them around again to get to this one, then move them again to get to this one.
Good. I'm not the only one that's had to do that.
Yeah, fuck
shit,
yeah.
Man. Great googly moogly.
Dude, grocery stores and rodents. Holy shit. Some of the, I know Mid-Atlantic chain of grocery stores, the way the shelving was, they had kick plates that kind of popped in below the lowest shelf.
Right.
But the problem is it didn't sit square to the ground. So when they'd go sweeping the aisles, they'd end up pushing food and stuff under these shelves and the shit just built up there. And rodents would just nest under these shelves, especially under the damn chip shelves. And they'd come up, grab some chips, tear a few bags up, and go back under the fucking shelves again. Because nobody ever cleaned the damn things.
Yeah, no shit, man. Good Lord. Oh, I tell you what. I'll tell you what. Oh, I have not seen a full episode of the King of the Hill, the new one, the new season. But I've seen clips of it, and it looks freaking fabulous.
I'm several episodes in, and it is fantastic. It really is. It's good.
Oh man, that's awesome. Oh, good grief!
All kinds of good shows have come out. Some of my shows are finally coming back. Thank God, I've got shit to watch.
Yeah. We got Thomas. I wasn't even in pest control yet. I had just started at this restaurant, and we were going through the stock room. A mouse came running out, and instinctively my foot came down on it. Oh, I love those.
He was born for it.
Yeah. Schultze and I were doing the Bentonville variety stores that are popping up, that popped up everywhere across the Bentonville, Arkansas variety stores. We were in one of the aisles, and we had pulled pulled something out from the shelves, like several mice come running out. We were like stomping them in the middle of the aisle. Much to the horrified looks of the manager, we got reamed on that one.
On that white tile floor, little mice exploding under your boots on the white tile floor.
That is no shit at all.
Yummy.
I am actually trying to get a hold of Schultze to see if he would feel like maybe I've got one of my favorite stories, and he tells it so eloquently, and I'm trying to see if I can't get a hold of him.
It's a wonderful story,
and you tell
it so well,
and he does. He tells it so well. So anyway, let's see if he's down to clown.
Colin Schultz.
I'm calling his ass right now. This is a sperm of the moment thing. Boink. That's right.
Sperm of the moment.
That's right. I'm gonna keep my lens clean.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
You gotta be shitting. Oh man, I got dissed by Schultze, man. Ain't that about a bitch?
He dumped your ass to voice.
Oh fuck. Okay, well, goddamn it, I am forced to tell the story myself then.
Okay.
So him and I. This is when him and I were working together at Economics, Labrador Retriever, and we were checking bait stations, minding our own goddamn business, right? So. We open one up and there's a mouse in there, and he's got this horrified look on his face, like we were, like, you guys, what are you doing, man? I was sleeping. And then so I took, so I wasn't going to have any of this. So I took a bait rod out of the fucking thing and just jabbed it into his side, and then slowly just sunk it in. And the whole time I was going, shh,
like on Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. And I look up at Schultze. I look up at Schultze, and he's just like, it's like, from that day forward, Schultze never fucked with me. And I think that moment had a lot to do with it. It was a game changer in our relationship.
Not only did we work into the penis at the beginning of the show, but we've had two Saving Private Ryan references.
We have. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna have a third one, just showing you getting older as I'm looking for stories on this post.
Well, I'll tell you while you're looking, one that was memorable to me is we had a commercial building that had the whole side of the building was covered in box elder bugs. I mean, it was a white stone building. But it was black with box elder bugs, and they were just absolutely beside themselves, crawling all over the windows and everything. They couldn't see out the windows because it was just completely covered. So at the time, we used something called Fenvistar, which was Espen Valorant, and it was labeled for treating up, like you could treat all the way up to the building to the top, and treat for those pests. So I went out there with a damn power sprayer and just hosed the whole side of the fucking building down with Fenvistar, and they just come falling in piles and writhing piles on the ground, and it was cool as hell. It's like I was power washing them off the building.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Oh my God.
I enjoyed it. That was a memorable one.
A memorable kill I had, and I think I might have told this story before on the show, but it was it was a well-known quasi-Mexican Americanized food chain.
White people tacos. White people tacos.
Now I got to answer the fucking phone now. Hey, brother. Hey, say hi to everybody on podcast land. You're on the air.
Oh man.
Yeah.
TFTC podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's going on, kids?
Yeah. You were like a day late and a dollar short, man, because I had to tell the bait rod story. I wanted you to tell it because you tell it so fucking well.
Just because I tell it and make you sound like the psychotic serial killer that you are.
That was a game changer in our relationship, wasn't it? You're like okay, remind me never to fuck with Brad Harvey.
Ask him about Mad Men.
And I gush every time I think about it.
Yeah. Oh, that's warm. That's warm. I told him that one, and I told him the Walmart aisle story.
Nice.
Yeah. So, okay. So those two stories have already been told. I've got you on the air. I felt obligated to put you on the air after I hung up on you without a voicemail. So, do you have a good Give me another good kill story that you may have, with or without me in tow.
Oh, wow. Let's see, the Walmart one that you told, was that the one actually out in the aisle, or was that the one when we lifted the pallet in the back room?
That was the one in the aisle where they were scattered and we were stomping them, much to the horror of the manager.
Oh, no. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because the one that comes to mind for me was in the back room of, I believe, that very same store where we found one of their plastic pallets.
Uh-huh.
When we lifted it and moved it, there was a perfect outline of rice-a-roni or whatever else it was on the pallet on the floor. And
the San Francisco treat.
Scattered, and you and I did the Mexican hat dance, stomping around. the assistant store manager up a ladder staircase.
Yep.
Brains out.
That's right. We drove him up that ladder.
Yeah.
Eek.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it seems to me that I was banned from that market for about 6 months after.
You were. And they blew you shit for having one of those grabber things, didn't they? For like picking up the bait, picking up the traps to check them. Instead of bending down, you got one of them old people grabber things. And lift to pick up the things, and they got shitty about that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. The Benton, we're calling it the Bentonville Variety Store on the show. But anyway, the Bentonville Variety Show was not fond of that. But you know what? Fuck them. Anyway,
why would you have a problem with that?
Pretty much.
Why would you have a problem with that? Yeah. But anyway, so hey, Schulte, how you doing?
Not too bad. Hanging out, still a little loopy on pharmaceutical grade opioids.
Ooh, yeah.
Been sitting here in my recliner recuperating, and matter of fact, I spent the entire day watching back-to-back Anthony Bourdain episodes.
Oh shit!
No reservations.
No reservations. Yeah. So
for those who don't know, Schulte had his hip replaced.
No reservations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Points unknown and Vallejo.
Oh, see, I can't do points unknown. I can't do points unknown. He got way too political on that. You know, it was not a good one. I can go a Cook's tour, no reservations, and then after that, I'm reading his books. So, but
I love
anyway. All right, Schulte. Real quick, I'm gonna let you go, but I do want to invite you back on the show. We are planning another Mad Men 2 episode, and we are looking at you and a certain person from the Scarlet Letter as well. So if you're down to clown, we'll talk at you.
Always, baby.
I love you, man.
Love you, Schulte.
All right, you
love you too, brother.
All right, you take care now.
You probably can't hear. I can't hear him, but I think he'd probably hear me.
Yeah. Okay. We are live now, so you can always catch us live. I'll send you the link so you don't miss an episode next time.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right. Take care, buddy.
Schulte.
Bye-bye.
Looking forward to seeing him in October.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only one and only James Schultz. Yeah. Let's give him a round of applesauce. Okay. Well, guess what, Jack?
Chicken butt.
I lost the fucking shit again.
You're having a hell of a time with that tonight. God damn it.
Okay. Well, guess what you get to do instead?
What's that?
Well, let's talk about. Let me turn this motherfucker down.
Okay,
let's talk about what I'm drinking tonight.
Yeah, what are you drinking? I asked you earlier. Damn it.
You did, but I know I wanted to wait. I wanted to let it season for a while. But anyway, yeah, I am drinking the one and only retirement bourbon tonight. Once again, Evan Williams. Hopefully next week I will be drinking something different and entirely different, but we'll talk about that later. Evan Williams, bottled in bond. It's aged for about a week and a half, and it's 100 proof. And its flavor profile does defy its youth. And you get a good taste of the Rick House with a little bit of sweetness and just the right amount of bite to let you know, yeah, I'm drinking bourbon. But, and with that bite comes the sometime necessary sip of water from my Tony Spangler tumbler. And look at that delicious freaking tumbler right there. Jack, tell me about the tumbler. Buy me some time and talk about the tumbler.
The Tony Spangler tumbler. Beautiful graphics. Solid double wall steel with a beautiful rubber bottom. These things will keep your hot drinks hot, your cold drinks cold all damn day long. I would fill this with coffee and drive up the 120 miles to see everybody's favorite podcast intro creator, JT. And I'll tell you, my coffee was still hot. I'd actually have to put like an ice cube in it before I left the house just so I could drink it before I got to Pennsylvania. Does the same thing with ice. I've had ice in it sitting overnight, got up the next morning, still got ice in it. Fantastic double-walled stainless steel. You hand wash them. You need to baby these things because the colors, look at that. They pop. Look at that handsome motherfucker right there. Oh, yeah. That makes you want to touch yourself, don't it? There's PCHD. Oh, and look at that. Oh, yes, he got...
Speaking of handsome motherfuckers right there.
He got that cigar in his mouth.
Uh-huh.
And the Pest Control Huber Jeebo, our favorite group right there.
Yeah, and you can also get it with a handsome father fucker too. That would be the one and only first lady.
That's where you got a rubber bottom.
Paula Benedict. Boop, 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 boop. Is that nose boopable or what? It's like
that's
little
a
puppy.
boopable nose.
Yeah.
That's a boopable nose.
I love you, Paula. God damn it, come to Cheese Stop. Fuck those weddings you were invited to. You know, I'll have cake here, okay? You know, you
and this time, don't lie to me about it. Damn it.
That's all right. Don't lie to you. Yeah, Jack will be here. He knows it. He knows you're coming. So let's just have a good time. But
that's right.
Yeah, absolutely. So and come on, guys. Tony Spangler tumbler. Everyone you get comes with I mean, we're talking. Not only is it precisionally honed and everything to a nice sharp edge that will clear away any type of debris and detritus, scar tissue that you may have in your urethra, and it's going to do the job for you. And the more you use it, the better it tastes. So get yourself a wonderful Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com. Get that urethral sounding rod, and you're in business. So for good installation quality, for eye-popping graphics, and for a nice, good, strong pee, there's only one place to go. That's your cue, Jack.
If you got Peronis, reach for Tony. Steal urethral sounding rods.
Oh my God. That never gets old. Never ever gets old. Oh my gosh. So
that was JT Story. You can find him on Facebook, JT Story VO, for voiceovers, jingles, podcast intros, you name it. He does the podcast intro for our lovely sister show, Pestrogen, does all of ours. He's done some custom ones for other podcasts as well. So get a hold of him on Facebook. JT Story VO is the page on Facebook for voiceovers.
Yeah, you can also find him at 6 Foot Stump. And where is that, Instagram?
Apple Music, and it's on
Music.
Yeah,
okay.
and yes, on Instagram, 6 Foot Stump for his original music.
I'm just not hip to all of this technology, so I don't know where he's at. So, but he's your son, you should know.
He's on that fancy calculator.
He's on the stuff frightens me. It's like those little flavor crystals in mints anymore. They just scare me. Let's see. We've got a. Oh, my goodness. Oh, here's a good one. Caleb comes through with a good story. His first good kill was a Norway rat in a ceiling. Have yet to ever get another Norway in a ceiling. And it was the size of 2 glue boards. First rat, and was my biggest. My best kill was 286 roof rats in roughly a 7,000 square foot facility.
Wow.
Roof rats, man. See, we don't deal with roof rats here in the Hoosier State. But it seems like when y'all get roof rats, you guys get fucking tons of roof rats. And it blows me away at the sheer numbers that I see from people that deal with roof rats. It's fucking incredible. I'm envious. But most memorable was a rat in an 800,000 square foot facility. Facility had a racking system with pallets spanning 55 feet up. Single rat got delivered on a shipment. Took me 16 months to capture, and I hung up on my boss whenever my customer reached out telling me they found it dead near a kill pallet.
Kill pallet.
Wow.
Took him that long to get it. That's like Moby Dick, the great white whale of that.
Oh yeah.
Traversing the seas trying to get it.
You're Captain Ahab, big time. You get a sticker on the side of your boat that says Pequot. But man, I'm telling you, I have heard stories that I've heard stories where people, technicians, will be fighting with a rat for months, years, and stuff, and then they will finally have that moment of triumph, and it will be such an emotional release when you do that. You make an utter fool of yourself when it happens, and I've been there. This was not, this wasn't about a rat or something. This was me trying to get a restaurant open back up, and I had worked so hard to get that done. I mean, I was up for days, just chasing shit around just to make sure that this fucking place got open back up. And when it finally did, I was just like, oh God, just the emotions come through and everything. I get it. I really do. It is a damn challenge. I was at a German grocery store. We had a chain of German grocery stores, their region, and Prussian grocery stores. That's what we were calling them. And that's one of my best kills. This rat was avoiding everything. It was avoiding the bait stations. I mean, we put the big ones in the inside too with bait in them, trying to get him to eat that. Wouldn't touch it. Dude was hopping over glue boards, getting himself busted off of glue boards. Let's face it,
damn.
Rats are greasy critters, man.
Yes, they
getting
are.
one to actually stick on a glue board is a fucking feat in itself.
Yes.
Because usually they're hot. Their fur is so fucking oily. And it's incredible. They will get off of a glue board a lot of times, and I couldn't agree more, Rodney. But this one was avoiding everything. It was getting off of glue boards and stuff. They were the customer was getting madder and madder. So eventually I was like, okay, I've had enough of this shit. I caught its patterns just by looking at hair on the glue boards the next morning. I come in, I see glue board hair here, glue board hair here. I'd look, okay, there's the opening where the most hair is at. So I said, they're like, I sold them the glue boards. So they're like, we own these glue boards. We'll put them wherever the fuck they want. I said, no, you're not. I said, you're going to take these all the fuck out of here. Right. And so I took, okay, now we don't have any ag people listening or FDA people are listening. Anyway, fuck them. This shit had a label on it. It was legal. I was taking some soft bait in the little sachets, and I grabbed a wire hanger out of Joan Crawford's closet, and I took and straightened it out, and took about 15 or so of these sachets and made a shish kebab out of this, right? And the hole was right behind one of the cold cases close to the stock room. I took that shish kebab and I put it in that hole, and I left just a little bit of it out. So, a little handle of it out. I bent it so it would like kind of push up against the side of where the hole went to the left of the hole. So I didn't think it would go anywhere. Okay. I got in the next morning. The whole fucking thing was gone. Okay. Shish kebab, the skewer, everything, nothing was there. Okay.
Damn.
So my brother, who was also in the business, and by the business, I do mean the industry, Daryl, had one of those Bluetooth camera things that you can hook up to your phone, and it's got a little tiny camera on
little
wire
endoscope things.
Yeah, so I got up there. Though this is better than an endoscope. This is an actual wire. This is not like a scopy type thing. But anyway, okay. I digress. I get up. I get on a ladder. I get up on the top of that case, praying that it would hold me. And going back, because there's a gap about like between that and the wall about like this, and I was able to drop that camera down there. I got about 20 feet down, and I finally found the shish kebab. And of the 15, I counted 15 sachets I put on there. There were 3 left.
Oh, damn.
That rat was never seen, heard, or smelled again.
Damn.
Yeah, he had booked. And I had people calling me from fucking Springfield, Ohio, like, what happened? Where's the rat? I said, I don't know. I said, I can tell you where the rat is not. And they go, where? I said, it's not in your store. Pay your bill. And, they're like, we think we should smell something. I said, not if it went down into the drain, into the sewer, and then died somewhere else. I said,
but they go out looking for water, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, it might be over at the drain at the Mike's Car Wash next door. We don't know. But what matters is it's not in your store anymore. It's not destroying produce. It's not eating avocados and complaining not being able to afford a house. And it's just doing, it's gone. And so they finally paid their bill and life was good. But I never figured out what happened. All I know is that rat had died. It had to have died. It ate 12 fucking sachets of first strike. I mean, hell, I would have died on that. and I'm only slightly bigger than that rat. I saw a fucking video. Man, that rat was a fucking moose. but it was the damnedest thing.
You know,
So,
I've got a love-hate relationship with soft bait, those little soft bait sachets. I think they're great for some applications, but like we talked about last week on the show, some of them, like people would stick them into RTUs where there is no pin or anything to adhere it to, and even if there was, they could be torn out and taken out of the station. And I don't like them being used like that. I mean, I think for the application that you did, you know, and I had to really hold back from saying again what actually silenced you last year on a show about a coat hanger, but but no, I think things like that or in wall voids and stuff makes a lot of sense. But you put in an RTU in someone's house, like in a basement or something, and they get drug out. I never really liked that. Never cared for it.
Well, the thing is, Jack. I mean, they still have the conventional RTUs that use this one, and they don't have a whole lot of anchorage or anything like that. But yeah, it's another shameless plug for Jameson there. But the ones that they have now, the mouse stations that have the that you can open with the RTU key. Not only do they have little pins that you can
that's the Aegis stations, right? Or those the Aegis
negative.
Ones?
Okay. This is the I can't remember what they're the Evo mouse stations.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
I get Evos and Aegis confused.
Yeah, so, Aegis is this is Aegis, the little baby peen,
Right.
And then you got the Ruffles potato chip. Gotcha. But anyway, so those not only do they have a little pin, they're about like this. They're annoying. I throw them the fuck away because they also have a serrated jaw like teeth on where the opening is and the mouse, that's got the walls that draw the mouse to the bait. They got little jagged teeth on them on the bottom and the top. So you just take that bait packet and you fold the corner of it over and you clamp it down. It's biting onto that. It ain't going nowhere.
Okay. So, I got you.
It's great. The only thing that we see outside of that is paper, but we see that when we're using the rods as well. A rodent will yank some of the paper out and shit, which is a good sign because that means they've been eating it. Because if you got something packed full of soft bait and you shake it, you may or may not be able to hear. You pick up a block that's got block like Contract or Ditrack or something, and you shake it, you can hear whether or not. One thing, you're getting mouse turds in your ears when you're doing this, but you're gonna know whether or not something's been chowing on it. But the new station thought of that, and they must have assumed that guys like me are going to be around throwing them little tiny pins away because they're a pain in the ass, and just using the little serrated teeth on it. So
nice.
It works out really well. Anyway, so next week, we don't know yet. We're kind of up in the air. So
working on a couple ideas though. But hey, before we get to that, I want to do a little personal. You can suck it if possible.
Be my guest.
All right.
And now it's time for the You Can Suck It story of the day.
I want to talk about this Mexican restaurant I went to a few nights ago. And the margaritas were fantastic. The chips were good. And the burritos were pretty good. They were. Mm-hmm. But as the evening wore on, I started to get the bubble guts. And by the next morning, I felt like someone had beaten me with a bat. I had the chills. I was basically a lawn sprinkler of vomit and shit because of the food that I had the night before. And that's the only thing I can attribute it to because everything else I've had, it been completely fine. Well, I do love some Waffle House. But that's where I should have fucking gone. I wouldn't have had this problem.
Got the All-Star.
But whoever was back there cooking that rancid beef, apparently, I hope that you are forced to slide down a banister of razor blades and land in a pool of lemon juice. That's what I hope for you.
Oh, my God.
I hope that your taint burns like mine did for shitting so fucking much. I went through a roll and a half of toilet paper because of you, motherfucker. So you can suck it.
It's one thing to get it's one thing to get the shits and have to wipe so much, but it's another thing when you get the shits with spicy food.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
your asshole's raw, and you're still trying to wipe, but you're more like dabbing because the abrasiveness of no matter how soft the toilet paper is, it feels like fucking sandpaper when you have no skin on your butthole.
You got to dab, man. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, if you're fortunate like I usually am, because my sink is so close to my toilet, I can like take the toilet paper,
Dampen
turn the
it.
faucet on, dampen it just a little
And
bit.
you hear it go when you put out the fire.
That's right, just a little bit of dab, poots, and you know, I'm good. I'm totally good. I've had that situation. I've been on a lunch meat binge of buffalo roast chicken. And which is the bomb, especially Dietz and Watson.
No Carl Buddig. No Carl Buddig.
No Buddigs, man. No Buddigs. No Buddigs about it. No. Dietz and Watson makes a killer lunch meat. It's right up there with boar's head and etc.
Oh yeah,
it's like boar's head, but without the listeria. And so
Yummy.
yeah, it's So their buffalo chicken, I highly recommend it. I just don't recommend it eating it every day for 2 weeks.
No, I would think that spice would get to you after a while.
So anyway, folks, next week is to be announced. We've got some ideas we're batting around, and then we'll let everybody know early enough in the week, especially if we A, want a guest, or B, need some stories, and we'll just kind of go from there. Thank you once again, Schultze, for being on the show for a couple minutes. I love you to death.
Love you, Schultze.
Yeah, BFFs forever. And we're looking forward to talking to you again on the show.
And I'm looking forward to seeing him at Cheese Stock.
Oh, fucking A. Yeah, he will definitely be at Cheese Stock.
Hell yeah.
And you will definitely not bring a fucking bottle of filibuster to pass around. Anyway, so on behalf of SpanglerArt.com, Pest Tech USA, Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group, and ourselves, the beautiful Jack and the even more beautiful me, we invite you all to cordially bug the fuck off.
Bug off.
Oh, thanks for listening to Tales from the Crossbase podcast. Jack and Brad will be back next week with another great episode. TFTC can be found on almost every podcast provider available, and you can also find us on TikTok at TFTC 2.0, Instagram at TFTC Podcast, Facebook at the Pest Control Humor Depot Group, and our website, www.tftc.wtf. Don't forget to subscribe and share. See you soon.